Hello, and welcome to a little video about the Unit 10 test review. For questions 1 and 2, this histogram represents the height of children that live on Hickory Grove Lane. How many children are represented by the histogram? In order to do that, what we're going to do is add the height of each bar to get our total. Okay, so let's take a peek at what our bars' heights are. Okay, this one looks like it's 15, 18, 12, 6, and 9. When I add all of those numbers together, I get 60 children. Number 2 asks us how many children are taller than 130.5 centimeters. Taller means that our bars are on the right side, so to the right of 130.5, which takes up these two bars of our histogram. I add them together to get 15 children. For questions 3 to 6, what we're going to do is we're going to use this set of data to answer it. First, let's construct a dot plot. The way we construct a dot plot is first by creating a number line. So let's do that. The smallest number I have is 2, so I'm going to start with 2. What's the largest? 11? I think I have room to just go by ones. Ah, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to go through all the hours volunteered, because this is a problem about students' volunteer work at an animal shelter. And I'm going to put a little X above each of the numbers that I have on my number line. Now, I highly recommend that you do it like this. So if you have 7, you cross it off, put a little X. Now, go ahead and do that. I recommend pausing the video and then checking if I have the same thing. Here we go. Here it is. Fantastic. Number 4, let's determine the 5-number summary. Now, what I like to do after having my dot plot, it kind of helps me organize my data already. So it looks like I have 1, 2, so I'll have 2, comma, there's 1, 4, 2 5s, 1 6, 2 7s, an 8, a 9, a 10, and an 11. Well, dot plots can be very useful to organizing our data. Personally, it's easier for me to organize it from the dot plot than the table. Okay, now let's do the 5-number summary. The minimum of our data is 2, and the maximum is 11. I like to start with those. Next, I have to find the median. The median is the middle of our data. So let's find the number in the middle of my data. 7. Remember, if we do not have a specific number in the middle, we add the two numbers and divide by 2. Now that we found our median, we can find the first and third quartile. In order to find the first quartile, we're going to find the middle of the smaller end of our numbers. 5. And to find Q3, the larger end, the middle of the larger end, I got distracted, I was going to highlight. We're going to find the middle of that side. Let's do it. It's 9. So our third quartile is 9. We're going to take all of those numbers and create a box and whisker plot. All right. First, the number line. The minimum is 2, so I'm going to put a line on 2. Then I have the first quartile, 5, the median, 7, third quartile, 9, and the maximum, 11. The 3 lines in the middle create my box, and the minimum and maximum create my whiskers. Lastly, let's create a histogram. Okay, so we have hours volunteered and frequency. So let's check it out. 2 to 4 hours volunteered. How many people did we have 2 to 4? Just 2. 5 to 7 hours? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 8 to 10 is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 11 through 13. Okay, I'm going to label the y-axis with the frequency, and the hours volunteered go on the bottom. 2 through 4, 5 through 7, 8 through 10, and 11 through 13. All right, 2 through 4 gets a bar up to 2, 5 through 7 up to 5, 8 to 10 up to 3, and 11 to 13 up to 1. Beautiful. Number 7. Which data set is skewed to the left? When data is skewed to the left, that means our hilltop is on the right. Doesn't look like it's A. Ooh, C has a hilltop on the left. B has a hilltop on the right. And D has a hilltop on the left. Okay, so it's just B. Next, in number 8, we have the manager of a pet shop that wants to compare the sales records of dogs and cats. Here's the table for each type over 11 weeks. Let's calculate the IQR for each type of pet. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is split the data in half, or the page. And I'm going to write down all the numbers for the dogs. And I'm zooming in because I already have my answer key. But again, you're going through the list and crossing off and putting the numbers in order. All right, dogs. 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 5. Oh, that's ugly. That's not a comma. 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11. All right. In order to find IQR, we need Q1 and Q3. So first, let's find the median. We don't need the median, we just need to know where it is, so we know not to use it when we're looking for the first and third quartile. Okay, let's find Q1. Ooh, it looks like we're between 2 and 3. So for Q1, we're going to do 2 plus 3 divided by 2. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Now let's find Q3 by finding the middle of this side. I have 9 and 9. So I do 9 plus 9 divided by 2, which is 9. Awesome. So the dog's IQR is our Q3 minus our Q1. So 9 minus 2.5. Let's see what we get. When we subtract, we get 6.5. Let's do the same thing for the cats. Let's write a list and practice finding Q1 and Q3. All right, I'm going to write down the list because I have it on my answer key. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2 6s, 2 7s, a 9, a 10, and a 13. All right, let's find that median first. All right, we know not to use 6. Let's find Q1. It's stuck between 3 and 4. So for Q1, I'm going to do 3 plus 4 divided by 2, which gets me 3.5. Great. Now let's do Q3. To find Q3, we're going to cross a number off on each side. I'm left with 7 and 9. So for Q3, I do 7 plus 9 divided by 2, which gives me 8. Okay, so for the IQR for cats, we're going to do 8, which is Q3, minus 3.5, which is Q1. So the interquartile range for cats is 4.5. Okay, for number 9, calculating the mean and sample standard deviation of the data set. This is something we do in our calculators. Ask me how. And I'm writing that for those people not using the volume on my videos. ask me how to do this in your calculator because I can't show you on the test. All right. So for the mean I got is 11.14 and 2.79 for the standard deviation. Number 10. What we're going to do in number 10 is find the best measure of center. There are only two measures of center listed in these options. The two measures of center are median and mean. So I can cross off IQR and standard deviation. First, let's find the median. All right, it's between 31 and 44. So I add those together, divide by 2, and my median is 37.5. For my mean, I got 38.6. So is this skewed or symmetric? Well, 38.6 minus 37.5 is 1.1. That means it's skewed, which means we need to use the median. If it's larger than 1, we have to use that median. If the difference between median and mean is 1 or less, we get to use the mean. All right. Number 11, we're going to find the outliers. Okay, there's a formula for the outliers, and here are the two formulas. For the lower fence, to see if there's any outliers on the lower end, we do Q1 minus IQR times 1.5. And for seeing if there's numbers that are too big for our data, we do Q3 plus that IQR plus 1.5, times 1.5. Okay, let's find Q1, Q3, and the IQR. All right, so first let's find the middle of our data because we just need to know where the median is. All right, it's between 21 and 22. Cool, I don't need to know what it is. Let's find Q1. Q1 is 15. Let's find Q3, 44. In order to find the IQR, we do 44, our Q3, minus 15, our Q1. All right, 44 minus 15 gets us 29. Okay, let's fill it in. Minus plus 29 times 1.5. Okay. When I put this in my calculator for the lower fence, I get negative 28.5. So here's what I ask myself. Is there anything on my data set that is smaller than 28.5? No. Then I'm going to put in the upper fence formula, 44 plus 29 times 1.5, and I get 87.5. Are there any numbers larger than 87.5 on our list? We have 100. Yes. Number 12. Predict the data set, which of the data set has a lower standard deviation. So standard deviation is a measure of spread. So the lower the spread, the more clumped together the things are. The dot plot is. So to me, that looks like, whoa, like data set B. And let's write this in my best handwriting. Data set B, because the data is, the data on the dot plot, I can read my handwriting, on the dot plot is more clumped together, aka less spread out than data set A. And lastly, the table below shows and compares the project to two classes, determine the appropriate measure of center and spread of each data for each data set and explain your reasoning. Okay. In order to find the measure of center and spread, we need to find the mean and the median. The mean of Mr. Grislack's class is 79.13, and the median is 75.5. If you need help putting that mean into your calculator, let me know. This data is skewed because it's more than 1 unit apart for the mean and median. Let's see Miss Holland's class. Her mean was 81.31 and her median is 79. This is also skewed because the data, the median and mean, are more than 1 apart. Well, good for me. I don't need to write 2 sentences for this. I get to write just 1. Use median for center and IQR for spread because both classes are skewed. And that is the Unit 10 test review. Good luck. You got this. Let me know if you've got questions. Have a wonderful rest of whatever day it is for you. Bye.